Good. All right. Good evening. Welcome to the Town of Norfolk Conservation Commission meeting. In accordance with the provisions of MGL Chapter 304, Section 20, notice is hereby given that the Conservation Commission will meet Wednesday, December 10th, 2025 at 7 p.m. in Town Hall Meeting Room 124. Members of the public are welcome to attend this in person at 1 Liberty Lane in Norfolk, Mass, or by the remote connection provided. Please note that in-person meeting will not be suspended or terminated if technological problems interrupt the remote connection. All right. So, need a motion to open the meeting?
Melstone, I make a motion to open the meeting.
All in favor?
Adam Zucker, second.
Wow.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
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 So we got a roll call
Well.
vote.
Paul Khalil, present.
Aye. Adam Zucker, aye.
Jim Wilson, aye.
Melstone, aye.
David?
Oh, Pete.
Lost him.
He's not on here now. Oh, yeah, there he is. He's just
Crickets.
grass.
Not the good kind.
Yeah.
You have a quorum. You can open, right?
Yeah.
He's muted.
You can we'll just put him down as abstain.
Should we move ahead without him if we've got a quorum?
Well, it affects the other votes, because he has to be here present for so many of the votes on certain items.
Okay.
So that was one thing we have to look, make sure we have quorum and the same people.
Mm.
Paul hasn't been around for the other
Right.
votes, and David has.
So can he abstain from?
Do you have his number?
Yeah, I'm just texting him.
It's only 5 after 10.
Always. Do you need his number?
Yeah, it was weird. When did he disappear?
Just like immediately after it started. You know, I saw him for 30 seconds or so.
Yeah.
How's Sophia?
She's good. About to crawl.
Yeah.
He says he's having some difficulty, but we'll be there.
Okay.
Let me see how long he thinks.
Oh, he came in again. Somewhere else.
There he
There we go. See us smiling to us.
There's that face.
Hey, David.
Do we got audio?
Can you hear us, David? You're muted. David, can you hear us?
David, can you hear us? Doesn't show that he's muted. So.
David, can you hear us?
Now I can.
Okay.
I'm up and running.
Okay, David, we just did a roll call vote to open the meeting, so you're up.
Aye.
State your name.
Oh, yeah, if you could state your name.
Curry says aye.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so on the first public hearing, 43 Mirror Lake Avenue, need a motion to open the meeting,
This is already open.
so you don't need to.
Yeah, yep, it's
Okay.
already open.
So,
So we have the property owners here to discuss what's currently going on with the project. Since they've filed, they've been in the works to actually par down the scale of the house. And Tom, would you like to kind of explain where you're currently at, or Suzanne?
I'm gonna start. And so, should I pick this up, or?
Sure.
Yeah, and feel free to sit down if you'd like, or
I would actually like this at my house.
It's not a weapon.
Well, you know,
You got kids or dogs, so it's
dirty
great.
laundry.
There you go.
Laundry basket, yes. So my name is Suzanne, Elaine, Caitlin, Val, Jim, Adam, Paul. Nice to see you. So we're just here to give an update on what we've learned. We've been educated about what is allowed and what is not. We've really worked hard to create residence in a home that will improve the property and fit in with the neighborhood. So we're just here to update you on that. I just want to give you a little background. Tom and I have lived on the lake for 10 years. Tom is co-chair of the Lake Association and has been for a long time. I'm the social events coordinator and just ran an auction that raised 2 years of operating costs for our association. So this is a home for us. This is why we keep coming back. This is our home. This is our community. We really want to live on the lake, and we really want to make this work. And so with that said, as Caitlin mentioned, we have pared down the residence to fit within the guidelines of current existing structure plus 500 square feet. Rich McCarthy has been very educational as far as that's concerned, and we've met with Dave Kay. So
Lost it.
anyway, this doesn't show you much, but the house has been pared down substantially, and so I hope that, this update is helpful for everyone to understand the developments that are taking place.
Tom Souza. Hi, everyone. Working with Rich McCarthy and Dave Kay, they gave us the guidance as to what we need to do going forward. Number one was reducing the footprint of the house, which we've done substantially. So, again, with the current code saying you can only go 500 square feet from the original size of the house. So we've recreated a new design that fits inside of that model, allowing with all existing setbacks as well. So we're going to follow all the setbacks that have been defined by the town already for us. The only one that is going to leverage the grandfather setback is going to be this border here. Right now it's 4.5 feet from the sideline. We're going to be moving that out to about 15 to 20 feet, where the first piece of structure is allowing for more privacy for our neighbors, better viewing from our neighbors across the street as well to the lake. So the property is going to be moved. The house is going to be developed in the middle of the property, full setbacks from the side, from the front, and the back. The only one that's going to be variable is the side at this point in time. And allowing to do that, we are also looking, because I'm a disabled veteran, I want single floor living. So currently we are, the grading because of the septic system is like 4 feet rise here, but with just grading alone, it'll be single floor entry into the front of the building. Out of the back, what we want to do is raise the infrastructure, the elevation of the ground, to accommodate for us to be able to walk in and out single floor living from the back as well. To that end, we've been working with Rich Anderson from Rich Anderson's excavation out of Rentham, who's done a lot of work on name the lakefront property in Rentham to begin with. Also lives on Lake Pearl. Also does built the actual launch on Lake Pearl, which is a large project undergoing, and is working with David Luce and has a good relationship with the Concom from there as well. We also have Don McKenzie here with Russ representing us from engineering. So some of the questions that came from Caitlin was how we're going to work within or create the elevation that we're looking for here and protect the waterfront to that regard.
Reduce impacts.
Excuse me?
Reduce impacts.
reduce current and future impacts to the property for runoff and everything else. So at a high level, and I'll just hit it, we're planning on building a retaining wall that's going to be behind the existing water line, and it's going to be a plateaued wall to get it up to the elevation of the house, which is approximately 5 feet. So it's going to be staggered wall coming off the waterfront to get us to that. So more detail was requested on that as how that's going to be constructed. So I don't know if Russ or Rich, the questions you may want to have on that, I've got the experts here to answer them.
Great. Thanks for that summary. Yeah, so one of the things that we talked about was the retaining wall, and that was a comment that came from DEP to, as well, is exactly what that's going to look like. The plan that was we currently have in front of us is a little confusing as to where the wall is located and where the erosion controls are located. It sounds like it's going to be back off the bank, so it's not going to be a permanent bank impact, although there will be some temporary impacts to the bank there to remove some debris that's there. Is that correct?
Like as identified here, there's a wood retaining wall that spans about 20-something feet here that's made of creosote logs and old telephone poles and such. And then there's concrete walls that are falling apart around this entire perimeter that's been supported now by rock and rabble, just to support it from the existing surge of water. And right now there's actually sinkholes occurring back here in the property. So as you're walking back here, you're falling through the existing soil now because of the undercut of that erosion that's going on because of those posts.
So yeah, I think. Not that there's an issue with the work that's proposed, but we just need to have a plan that, accurately shows that, so the commission, knows exactly what they're would be approving. And then I believe some additional grading details will be in this revised plan that's coming. And as far as mitigation for this work, the property's pretty much all altered at this point. There was one large tree that actually they'd come before the board a couple of years ago to remove because it was had become a hazard. So yeah, there's really not much vegetation that's going to be taken down. So really the big issue right now is just making sure we have the details that we need for the retaining wall, removing the old wood retaining wall and then constructing the new riprap wall.
Is that in the works, the plan for the, excuse me, the plan for the wall?
I believe
Or is it
so.
completed?
Yes.
Rich is here to address
So
that.
yeah, so what we're going to be doing is using, I forgot the exact term of it, but the 2x4, the big concrete blocks.
No, I know. I'm not concerned, I'm concerned with whether the plan is something that we could scrutinize, or has Rich or Caitlin scrutinized the plan itself?
Revised,
well,
more detailed plan.
The plan is in the works. So
So, not yet,
yeah,
Gotcha.
so not yet.
apparently.
So, so big question is there any concerns about what you've heard so far about how we're going to do it? It's going to be a coffer dam supporting it to be able to provide the runoff while we're building it. It'll be pumped out. It'll be, this is my education from Rich here. So it will be secure. Again, he's done this a bunch of times. He actually brought some pictures of what he's done previously over on Pearl for actually the boat launch, which was a huge undertaking, as you can imagine. So it'll be done the same way to be able to ensure that we don't screw up anything on the lakeside.
Yeah, so details like that would be helpful on the plan itself, and a narrative, brief narrative would be ideal.
As far as an update is concerned, would it be more helpful if you heard from Rich about the work he would plan on doing for grading?
No, because you guys you're not started yet, and what I want to make sure is that Caitlin and Richard have the information to make the determination and advise us and show us any pitfalls. So,
To be able to sign off on it.
Yes, okay.
But it sounds like, from this plan, Caitlin doesn't see a lot of stumbling blocks on it. Is that correct?
So for the work itself, from what's described, or for what was told to me, but yeah, I think we need a better idea of like what exactly is where the work is going to be located. We need that shown on the plan. We need a good idea of what control measures are going to be put in place, like the cofferdam, and then how those affect or impact the resource areas. So how much land underwater will be impacted? Is that temporary or permanent? The bank, how much is going to be impacted and temporary and permanent, things like that.
Good. Russ and Mitch, you have a good, yeah.
Do you have specific regs on building your cofferdams? I mean,
No, I mean, I think the commission, just defers to like standard operating procedures for things like this. That's a cofferdam is a pretty, well used,
we use a turbidity curtain, of course, first, and then we'll use a 4x4 by 4 foot high sandbags.
Yeah, so all these
That'll all be on the
products have been
plans.
designed for this type of work. So yeah, the commission kind of defers to those standards that have already been confirmed.
The only other question I would have, and I'm sure it'll be in the plans, I haven't reviewed them at all at this point, but as far as what debris you're gonna pull out, that would be my only concern about the hazardous waste, as you yourself say. It's the way they used to do them, the creosote logs. I mean, it was done for 100 years. But
Right.
once you
All around the
start
lake.
disturbing that, my only concern being right on top of the water, that it's not going to leach once you pull it out, that it's not to be left on site, it's gonna be carried away.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm sure, but
Because we're gonna
it'd
raise the
be
whole house
in the
anyways.
plan.
Yeah, the whole house is gonna be raised anyway, so we're gonna have dumpsters
Right.
there to get rid of all this
Sure.
anyways, yes.
And the cofferdam would be right in front of that. We'd pump it all down, but
Oh.
now the railroad ties would be in a dry area, they wouldn't be in the water anymore. Then it'll allow us to take them out, get rid of them. So
Right, but not to be
we-
stored on site.
No, they go right to dumpster.
Right.
Special-
Right, well, again,
Yes.
so
I'm
it
gonna
doesn't
wrap them up
leach.
and give them as a Christmas present.
Better than coal. Lasts just as long, perhaps.
Burn long. No, nope.
So we're not really making a decision
No,
tonight.
it's just an update only.
Yeah,
for
an
just
update
any
and,
kind of advice and questions you may have, so as we, 'cause this has been going on for a while, and
Sure.
we've invested a lot of money in architects and everything else, so we've had to change with the size and dynamics of the project, so we just wanna make sure we're on the right path, so that we come back the next time, we are, ready to rock and roll for you.
It's quite a project. You're moving the whole house, foundation and all.
Yes, yep. It's our dream home.
Right.
Does the board have a preference on what type retaining walls they use? I'm just thinking design, the way we're designing it.
I think that would be a cosmetic thing for the Friends of the, Friends of the Lake. I mean, as long
It's a
as,
stone revetment.
I mean, I've done a couple on Pearl where we've poured concrete walls, like a concrete foundation, and then they veneered the front of them, so they look like a stone wall. Then I've also built them out of the big, huge blocks, just like the building next door.
yeah,
The bank.
The blocks at the bank did the same blocks.
right. Well, I think the issue would be the consequences of whatever you used, not necessarily, it's like concrete's not gonna be an issue, I don't think.
Correct.
But is it contained, or is there spillover, that kind of thing,
Yes.
But you're making progress, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3 years in the making.
You'll
What would be
get there.
the grade difference between, as you say, you're gonna raise the rear grade for one floor living, and being of a similar age, I sympathize with your plight,
Thank you.
okay? But what is the actual grade difference? Do you have any idea?
So right
Is it
now,
gonna be 10 foot? Is it gonna
oh, it's
be
only like 5 feet.
grade difference?
Yeah, yeah. So right now, I think there's 7 stairs that go up to that main level. It's gonna be very similar. The main level on this house now is gonna be reduced, lowered, and so it's gonna be like 5 stairs. It's gonna be 5-6 feet is gonna be where it's gonna be at. Yeah. So we're really thinking about doing
Proper retaining wall in
two tiers,
place,
2
I'm sure.
feet, 2-3 feet. So we reduce any of the infrastructure costs there for railings and everything else. So we want to tier it, make it look pretty. Use it for plantings and everything else around the lake with some natural plantings. Native.
that'll be included, I'm assuming, in the plan as well.
We have a
Outstanding.
professional landscape designer.
Sure, there you go.
Yeah.
Right. No,
She's hardcore
again,
with
it
the
sounds
green
like,
stuff.
you know, you're doing
Rain
all the right
garden, the whole
stuff,
thing.
clearly. I mean, and I understand wholeheartedly, I myself have a dream home, forever home on the lake, so I'm familiar.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah.
So it takes some doing, I'm gonna tell you that. But
Yes.
on the other
You
side,
really want it.
myself and my wife, we truly enjoy it. So
Soon as
it's
you're
well
sitting on
worth the effort.
As soon as you're sitting on the couch, you'll forget all of that.
I won't. My wife's got me a list. Every time I scratch one on, she puts two on. So I never get ahead of it,
Well,
but
why don't we let Russ
Yeah.
indeed.
do his thing?
Yep. So, are we good for? I don't think he's rusty doing it. No.
You guys,
No, we're good.
you guys did what you needed to do.
Yeah. No, we've got everything
Cool.
covered.
Lower invoice, I love it.
Yeah. If there's nothing else, then I'd like, thank you very much for allowing us to give you this update, and I look forward to getting in front of you again. Thank you.
Thank you.
And, well, just one quickly,
Anybody in the audience, neighbors or anyone from the area that would like to speak? If you want to
Yes,
come up,
ma'am.
grab a microphone, state your name, read it.
I'm Phyllis Anderson. I live at 45 Mirror Lake Ave. And I was just wondering, is this grade going to have any impact on my property?
Rich would be one to speak to that
Well,
because
without seeing an actual complete plan with the grading plans, I mean, everything has to be maintained on their property, so I'm sure it'll be graded either to drain, dry wells.
My house is like
On the
15
left
feet
side,
from the
correct?
property line, yeah.
I would imagine that the conservation usually likes all the downspouts into retention basins or
no, not necessarily. I think,
not for recharge.
or, I mean, it's not required. It's, you know, those can be great, but also, you know, then it kind of, you get into the whole long-term maintenance of those. I mean, right now, the stormwater is overland flowing just down into the lake. And then, you know, if that's typically, you know, what I would like to see in something like this is that it would continue to do that. You know, flow overland down into Mirror Lake.
Okay.
Also, my septic system is between my house and the property line, and there's a sidewalk there. Is the sidewalk going to stay, or is that going to be removed?
Driveway's going to be in there to the right, on this plan to the right of that, where the trees are currently.
No, I mean the sidewalk that goes down beside the house.
Oh, that'll be gone.
the concrete wall that's listed.
No,
Concrete walk.
so this walk here.
Walkway.
Yeah, that's gonna be gone. The whole property, everything's gonna be moved 15 feet at least, Phyllis, over. So this is gonna be all grass and, you know, walk through here.
Impervious
So
material.
what might help you is that it's not fair for you to kind of understand or see exactly what's going on here, because they have a plan that shows the existing property, not where the house is going to be and the grades that are going to be there. So it's really difficult to say, you know, to show you that the
Okay.
grade is higher or
That's a-
lower, or how close the house is, because we don't have an approved plan from, this
Okay.
hasn't been approved through ZBA to come to us to make a decision.
Okay, so
So-
you can't answer those questions until you
Yeah,
have the
so right
plan.
now, it's, you know, they're describing their project, kind of initially, to get an idea from us what some general rules or what we may be looking for. But as far as your concerns, we'll definitely address them. You can keep coming to the meetings and address the same thing again. It's perfectly fine. And then we'll know more, even as our commission, once the actual plan of what they're going to do, because we would never approve anything in this state, because we don't have where it actually is. It's not in a blueprint. The elevations aren't correct. Where the septic is, and there's a bunch of other approvals that have to go before, you know, the septic and well and where the house is going to be. So to make sure that, you know, your septic and well aren't bothered either, or the neighbors.
Okay.
So
we-
there's a
we
lot
do-
that's,
We have town water down there, so.
yeah, so there's a lot that's going into this before it gets to the approval stage.
Okay,
So it's it's a ways off. Right now, it's kind of, this is what we're going to do as a project in general and what we'd like to do. And then kind of get some overall major issues, about, protecting the water and protecting the land underwater, and any runoff and controls that we would seek. So that we'd address more once they bring the project to us with exactly what they're doing.
Okay.
But we'll know more. And, we appreciate your concern, because they're legitimate concerns about worrying about extreme water runoff from another property onto yours. So,
Right, especially with the septic system being right
correct.
there.
So all of that, once we get the official plans, more of what they're going to do, then it'd be easier to tell you exactly what's going to happen.
Okay.
But that's kind of how this is all how it all kind of works out.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the zoning board is also, that was a comment from them about potential stormwater impacts. So, so the zoning board of appeals will also be looking at runoff issues during their approval process. So there'll be two different boards, making sure that there won't be any impacts to neighboring properties.
That came up once before, at the very beginning, too, the runoff.
Yeah, so that's something that we'll be looking at before we make the final approval. And one other comment, I would suggest continuing this for at least into our February meeting. With the January 7th, there's not much time before then.
Yes, please.
We understand that you may be moving it to the first Wednesday of the month?
We are, yeah. So it's February 4th would be the date.
I'd like to tell the neighbor at 45 that they're also moving the house, so there will be a lot of land to engineer something to prevent whatever you're like water flow and any interruption to your property too. They could curve a wall around or something. So I wouldn't worry about that impact, and you keep your eyes on it. But I don't think that.
Okay.
We also have a very thoughtful landscape designer that believes in rain gardens and pervious materials and native plants, and so it's a very thoughtful plan. The only other thing I had as a question is the house has been remeasured by Dun & McKenzie. And so how could we get that into record?
Does it need to be on record or just on the plan?
It'll be on the plan.
It'd be on the
Yeah,
plan.
just on the
But
plan.
right now, that's a small consequence to what we're doing now.
Right.
They may have remeasured it, but we don't have the actual
Sure.
plan of what you're actually building.
Yep.
Yep, okay.
So
Yep.
that's all in the future.
Yep.
So,
Thank you for your time.
do we have
Yeah, we
anybody
can-
else with any comment for 43 Mirror Lake? Anyone from the audience? Yes, no? All right. Okay.
Excellent.
So.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate your
Yes,
time.
February 4th.
Oh, you can't leave till we're done.
So do you want to,
I know there's
let me get a motion.
We have beef stew.
Yeah,
on
February
the-
4th, and there's nothing up, so 7:01
Yeah.
would be the first time slot there.
All right, so,
So did you say February?
February 4th.
what?
2/4/26.
Thank you.
I'm looking out for you, doing my best.
All right.
I don't get coffee and don't do windows, so as long as you can live with that, we can get along.
All right, so I need a motion to move public hearing to February 4th at 7:01.
I make a motion to move the hearing for 43 Mirror Lake to February 4th, 2026.
Do I have a second?
Adam Zucker, second.
All right, and then a roll call?
Paul Khalil, aye.
Adam Zucker, aye.
Jim Olson, aye?
Valstone, aye.
David Turry, aye.
Okay, motion carries. On to 49 Mirror Lake.
And this one's also has been previously opened.
Yeah,
all set?
Yep.
Is that on? Green light?
Evening, everybody. Russ Waldron, 449 Mirror Lake Ave.
Sorry, Russ. Hang on a second.
This is a much simpler project.
Hang on one second.
I think it's actually, sorry, it's the other plan.
Okay. Let me look over here. Hold tight.
It's like plan August 25 after. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, this one will look better, I think. Oh, that's why, yeah. Okay.
There it is.
Unfortunately, yeah, that is.
Is that it? That's good, Russ?
Yeah, I can work with that if you want.
Okay.
Okay, so the project involves repairing this existing shoreline reinforcing wall. It's a stone and mortar. And some of the stones have flopped over, into the water, and some of the wall is leaning away from the bank. So we're just going to hopefully just repair it in place, so we don't have to get into a Chapter 91 filing and all that. If it turns out, once the stone mason contractor determines that, the wall's not salvageable, and we end up having to take it out and replace it, we would have to come back to you folks for a modification, and then once that was approved, then go for a Chapter 91. But we're hoping to avoid that, because Chapter 91 they've turned into a real convoluted process now. It was at one time fairly straightforward, but as DEP or other, government regulators tend to do, they mess around with simple stuff and turn them into a nightmare. But that's it. It's the wall's in place now. Needs some, stone replacements. Hopefully the base stones are all still good, so they don't have to mess around with them. And then, take out the old decrepit mortar and, remortar where necessary. And that's it. I think the existing wall is, I think it's about 10 inch by possibly 2 feet at its highest, like maybe 18 inches, something like that.
So for this, there are some minor temporary impacts associated with this work, all permittable. There was one comment from DEP when they issued the file number that we talked about at the last meeting, where they recommended that this work be done during the winter drawdown period. I did confirm with our interim DPW super that drawdown will continue until about April 1st. I don't know if the work could be completed by then.
Probably. How far do they draw the lake down, do you know?
Several feet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll make it much easier then.
Mm-hmm.
Much easier. Yeah, I mean, that would alleviate the need to, if the wall was gonna get replaced, to copper dam it all off and everything, so, to pull the shoreline about, 7 feet away farther out, so that'd be a piece of cake.
Yeah. Have you, you're the property owner, correct? Have you noticed
Lowering?
that the water level is significantly lower? I guess they did the drawdown a couple weeks ago.
Thank you, Nancy Bowman. No, it's a little bit I can notice, but I don't go out there and measure it. I mean, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
it seems like it is down a little bit.
Okay. So
Want it to
Feet's
go
a
down
lot.
more?
I don't think it would go. I mean, it's been a couple weeks since they started the drawdown period, so I don't think it would go down much. I mean, maybe with evaporation or whatnot, but yeah, I think it wouldn't hurt to condition that if you think if it's possible to include a special condition that the work be done during drawdown.
Sure. Yeah.
And then if, for some reason that becomes an issue, like you said, we can maybe come back for a modification on that.
Right. Yep. That's the plan.
Okay. Is the board comfortable with that? Okay. As far as things, special conditions that I would recommend, just that was really my only only recommendation. Like Russ said, this is pretty simple as this type of project goes.
So the base of the wall is not underwater at this time?
It's right at the water's edge. So the base stones are probably set down. They generally, however, six inches or so is generally what they would do when they set base stones. I mean, the wall's been there forever, so who knows? The contractor will know pretty quickly once he starts moving rocks around and chipping out the old mortar and stuff.
So basically, going to have a silt fence in the water then?
No, no, they won't. It's all going to be done by hand because you can't get equipment.
Right.
Even if you wanted to get like a very small, tiny excavator, it would have to be craned over the house because there's no room here.
Mm-hmm.
You got big retaining walls here, and from the garden to the back edge of the stone wall is, I don't know what the scale is, but it might be 18 feet or so. It's a very small yard back there.
We don't have any pictures of it.
No, I don't have any pictures.
So what
Have
about
you
any
been there,
impact to
Caitlin?
Merrill Lake?
I have not been there, no. I'm sorry,
I don't
what?
think there's any impact
It's
to Merrill Lake
impossible to
in the
see.
area that they're working in?
No, not with the method that they'll be using to construct that.
Or is it distorts beyond a certain point?
I wouldn't anticipate there being any
Okay.
adverse
It's all going to be
impacts.
done by hand.
Yeah, handwork is.
Yeah.
Sure.
Basic
Fine.
masonry tools.
It's pretty controlled. So
Okay. And the mason won't have trouble working in the winter?
I expect not. I mean, he's from Sharon, and as I understand it, he's done a lot of this around the lake in
Okay.
Sharon. So he's very familiar with doing this kind
Yeah,
of stuff.
just didn't want to have you commit to doing it during the drawdown and his materials won't harden in the winter.
Well,
If he's,
Caitlin said the drawdown goes till April, so I'd say he's got a pretty good window to get
Okay.
it done. Yeah.
And it's going to be, I'm assuming, mason, concrete versus dry stacked as well?
I'm sure, it's currently it's stone and mortar, so I would assume he's
Similar.
going to mortar,
Sure.
where
Replace
necessary.
Same.
Yeah.
do you want to be notified at the start of the project to make sure that we're close?
yeah. Yeah, just to confirm, I can
Just to
you know,
make sure that-
drive down there. And, the DEP file number will need to be posted up front. And yeah, so
Will do.
just, a week or so notice.
I think we should add that to the order.
Okay,
So
yeah.
we know. You wouldn't have to worry about them storing much materials because.
No, there really isn't going to be much material.
You're probably gonna, he's planning on reusing most of what's already there to rebuild the wall, so.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure they'll have to bring material in, probably to replace what's missing, but, yeah.
Yeah, to bring anything into the backyard, you would have to come up over the deck, across to this side, and then down and around, so it's all got to be humped in by hand.
Right,
Okay.
laborious. Minimal impact, obviously, but has to be. It's the way it's situated.
Do we have anybody else from 49 Mirror Lake? Nobody in the audience?
Nobody on Zoom.
All right. What is everyone, any reservations,
No.
any questions, comments?
What motion do you need?
So we want to close the hearing and then issue the order of conditions with the social conditions we discussed.
Adam Zucker moves we close the public hearing on 49 Mirror Lake.
Paul Khalil, second.
Roll call vote?
Paul Khalil, aye.
Adam Zucker, aye.
Jim Wilson, aye.
Bellstone, aye.
Dave Turry, aye.
All right. Now, make a motion for the orders.
Adam Zucker moves we issue an order of conditions with the, a special condition of working only during the winter drawdown, and
To be notified.
to be notified if any
Start date.
changes to the
Start date.
Yeah, not,
start date, and changes to the plan.
Need a second?
Paul Khalil, second.
Roll call vote?
Paul Khalil, aye.
Adam Zucker, aye.
Jim Wilson, aye.
Bellstone, aye.
Dave Turry, aye.
Okay. Motion passes. That's
all
it.
right, great. Thank you both.
Thank you. All right.
And next up, 19 Valley Street. They submitted a request to continue again to January 7th.
Caitlin?
Yes?
On the agenda, it says to January 7th, 2025. That should be 2026, correct?
That's correct.
Eagle eye, David.
Very funny, David.
So yeah, it's January 7th, 2026. We don't have anything on the agenda yet, so that would be 7:01.
I thought we were gonna do the Mirror Lake.
That's
Oh,
right.
No, that's
for-
February.
Sorry,
February.
I'll stay out of this.
Probably be best.
Paul Khalil moves that we,
I didn't even see my lips move.
sorry.
No worries.
Adam Zucker moves that we move the hearing on 19 Valley Street until January 7th, 2026 at 7:01.
Paul Khalil, second.
Roll call?
Paul Khalil, aye.
Adam Zucker, aye.
Jim Wilson, aye.
Bellstone, aye.
Dave Turry, aye.
Okay, motion passes.
Moving right along.
2 Clark Street.
So from the last meeting, we discussed everything. The after fact notice of intent, and where we left off was we were just waiting for the DEP file number and see if they have any additional comments. So they were issued a file number, and there were no comments from DEP. I don't have any additional comments on this. I think we have everything we need to issue an order of conditions for this. And I don't have any, since the work has been done and there's no additional work being proposed, I don't have any special conditions to recommend.
Is there anyone here from 2 Clark Street?
No.
All right, so
So we want to close that out and then vote to issue an order of conditions.
we need a motion to close 2 Clark Street.
Valstone, I make a motion to close the public hearing for 2 Clark Street.
Adam Zucker, second.
Roll call vote?
Caitlin, I was not present. I should still respond? Negative?
No. Yeah, no, did you review the meeting?
Not off the top of my head. I would not be that comfortable or familiar with it at this point.
Okay, then yeah, you can just abstain from this vote.
No worries. Carry on, gentlemen.
Adam Zucker, aye.
Jim Wilson, aye.
Valstone, aye.
Dave Curry, aye.
Okay, so that motion passes. Now, motion for the orders of condition.
Adam Zucker moves we issue order of conditions for 2 Clark Street, DEP 240-0682.
Valstone, I second.
And roll call? Abstain from this one, too.
Adam Zucker, aye.
Jim Wilson, aye.
Valstone, aye.
Dave Curry, aye.
And that passes. Okay, next is 25 Holbrook Street.
So we do need to open this hearing for the RDA.
Need a motion to open a public hearing for 25 Holbrook Street.
Valstone, I make a motion to open the public hearing for 25 Holbrook Street.
Paul Khalil, second.
Roll call vote?
Paul Khalil, aye.
Adam Zucker, aye.
Jim Wilson, aye.
Valstone, aye.
Dave Curry, aye.
Okay.
It's an old as-built.
Yeah, this is an old as-built plan. So the request for determination of applicability for 25 Holbrook Street is asking the commission to make a determination whether or not the work, which is the removal of several hazard trees within the riverfront area, is exempt from the Wetlands Protection Act. So while it's not shown on here, the problem trees are located just in the tree line behind the house to the southwest. I don't have a picture of these trees themselves, and I don't believe anyone's here for. Oh, sorry, I thought you were 35 Leland. I don't know if you would want to say something just about the general tree location.
Sure.
There's a pointer there you can use.
There we go.
And if you wouldn't mind just stating your name.
Sure. I am Andrew Bogus. I live at 25 Holbrook Street. The trees that sort of we're discussing there's a bunch of these cobblestones right around the back, and they sort of just sit like right behind them and sort of follow the U-shaped here. So the primary purpose of this is really just to create some space between the structure of the house and the trees that have grown probably since the house was built. Primarily, with storms getting bigger and things like that, just trying to be preventative and have these not fall into the house should something happen. We've already had 2 trees fall down this year further back. So just trying to be preventative is our primary concern here.
And so this work is within the 200-foot riparian or riverfront area, but it would meet the exemptions in 310 CMR 10.02 2B 2C. So that's pruning of vegetation as long as it's outside the inner 100-foot riparian area. And as you can see, this is in the outer 200 foot, so that would meet that exemption. I think, the commission has always gone ahead and allowed for removal of hazard trees when, there's a potential impact to structures. So I think that this falls in line with that.
Sounds like the right thing to do, proactive.
What negative determination is that?
Oh, that would be a -5.
Five?
Make a motion.
Jim, I have a question.
Yeah.
Who's taking down the tree?
It's walnut.
Walnut tree removal?
Yeah, walnut.
Trash, no.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
That was in the.
Yep. Yes, that's there and everything.
So,
And so if the commission were to approve this under the -5, I don't have any recommended conditions here. I don't think any sort of like erosion controls. I'm blanking now if the stumps were going to be removed or not.
My wife would like them, but we don't have that in the plan right now to, like I know that causes disruption to the ground, so we don't have that in the plan.
I mean, I
We're planning on
think
deleting the stumps.
the work is so far away from the resource area with, it's all wooded there. So, even if there was erosion, it would just, there's really nowhere for it to go. So I think removing the stumps is fine. I don't think any sort of erosion control is needed here.
It's brownie points for me going on.
any commission members have any questions? So we're ready to close the meeting?
Yeah.
So next would be to close the meeting and then I'll propose. So if everyone's good with that, then I'll take a motion to close the meeting.
Hearing.
Here, yeah.
Adam Zucker moves we close the hearing on 25 Holbrook.
Also, a second.
Paul Khalil, aye.
Adam Zucker, aye?
Jim Wilson, aye.
Also, aye.
David?
Looks like he's got his mute button on, down in the lower left.
You're on mute, David.
Yes, I say
There you
aye,
go.
and I didn't wait.
All right. David Terry's aye. All right, so next,
Adam Zucker moves we issue a -5 determination on the removal of trees at, is that 35?
25.
25,
25 Leland, or
Hol-
25 Holbrook
yeah.
Street.
Paul Khalil, second.
roll call.
Paul Khalil, aye.
Adam Zucker, aye.
Jim Wilson, aye.
Also, aye.
Dave Turry, aye.
All right, motion passes.
All set.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
We each get firewood for
Whatever you want. I got it all.
As much as you can take.
Okay. Next, it's 35 Leland Road. Request for determination of applicability. Need a vote to open the public hearing.
That's you, sunshine.
Adam Zucker moves we open the public hearing on 35 Leyland Road.
Paul Khalil, second.
Roll call.
Paul Khalil, aye.
Adam Zucker, aye.
Jim Wilson, aye.
Also, aye.
Dave Turry, aye.
So this is also a tree removal RDA that we have here. As you can see from the plan up here, there is 7 trees that are proposed to be removed. Also because they're posing a hazard to the structure there. I'm sorry, 8 trees. So similar to the last project, I think there's a legitimate need here for this. The one tree that's kind of directly behind the house there, is quite large, and has definitely lost a lot of limbs. It's nearing the end of its life. And if that were to come down, naturally or to be removed, it definitely would put a lot of pressure on the other bunch of trees that are smaller there. I think that large one is providing kind of a wind break for that other stand. So when that comes down, the others are at risk. So it's,
So the trees alongside the house, I viewed it with Caitlin earlier. All the mid-level branches from like 30 feet and below are almost all gone. It's really top-heavy, and there's spacing between the trees now. So
the
when
wind.
you get a really good wind, they're going to be 40 feet tall, the trees. Are pretty close to it.
Yeah, or taller, because
What
it's
are they,
actually, it slopes
pines?
pretty,
Pine
And
trees?
Definitely within striking distance of the home. And if they were tighter together, it probably wouldn't, and more branches to hold it together, but they're all free. So it,
Well, let's get this done.
The homeowner.
Giddy up.
so.
I see it, negative determination involved.
I smell a -5.
There you go, Shirley. Right?
Well, as we talk about that, so this is a little different from the last one. Well, first, it's not in a riverfront area, it's just in buffer zone. And then there definitely is a lot more of a risk for erosion and sedimentation here because it slopes down pretty significantly. So, Mark, please correct me if I'm wrong, but you do plan to stump the trees? To remove the stumps?
Yeah, I mean, that would be, ideally, I would like to remove the stumps as well. Yeah, I mean, where the trees are located right now, I mean, we're talking probably at least 100 to 150 feet away from the water. So I'm hoping that erosion isn't too much of an issue.
Yeah, well, I think with what I would propose would be to remove the stumps and then put down like straw netting. Have you seen that before? Just to kind of hold that slope in place until some vegetation can be established there.
Do you have an idea of what you're going to end up putting there once the trees are removed?
I would like to put loom down and plant grass.
Okay, so.
Yeah, so I think I would.
By the straw netting now until the spring when you can actually put and take hold of the grass. We don't need a silt fence at the bottom, you don't think?
No, I don't think.
Not that much of a grade, or?
No, I mean, it's a pretty significant grade, but I think the netting will do its job.
Okay. All right.
You don't think it calls for any hydroseeding at this time? How many trees were being removed?
Normally, the past few years, our Decembers have been pretty mild, but this one's pretty chilly. I don't think we'll get any seed established until the spring. I mean, yeah, I don't think that would be very useful.
It's been pretty cold.
It's been pretty cold. I think I would just recommend requiring the netting, and that should keep things in place until the topsoil and grass seed can go in.
How many trees are being removed?
There's 8 total, so there's 7 white pines and then 1 dead maple tree.
Yeah. Pines are notoriously shallow-rooted, so to your point, Jim, if they're top-heavy and a strong wind comes over.
I did mention that too. I did mention that, yeah.
That looks like it's leaning right towards your house.
Well, the worst part of the one in the back is, you can see that the branches are heading towards the right. There must have been a larger tree to the left.
Yeah.
Now you can see the top of the tree is leaning back to the left.
yeah.
So all that wood is all misaligned. So instead of being straight up and down and be able to take it, any type of wind shear, it's going to knock it down.
Clearly.
And then the ones on the side are so far apart that being shallow-rooted pines, one knocks over, hits the other one, there's a good chance the whole road's going to come down.
Well, the other point is, obviously, if they're 40-foot trees approximate, that's what you're saying, about 40, 50 foot?
50, yeah. Look,
Yeah. Well, the stumps themselves, I mean, the girth should be, what, a foot at the most? They're not 75-foot
And that-
pine
and
trees
that's
where
if
it's,
they're not hollow.
Right.
That would be the other situation I'd worry about with them that close to the house, because they're within striking distance of the house.
yeah, well,
Looks like.
clearly. I mean, the only point as far as the erosion aspect, if he's going to take the stumps out, naturally a smaller stump is not a big deal as far as erosion, but if it's a 4-foot stump,
Well, that's going to be, so you're thinking
Right.
about grinding them or removing the stumps?
grind them,
Right.
yeah,
Okay, yeah, that'd be a better
standard,
choice.
sure.
It does
A
look
little
like
more
there's
expensive, but it's a way to go.
natural
I just had
runoffs,
several trees removed
you know,
down south, so.
so maybe if, just a short sock in front of that or something, I don't know. But I guess if he's just grinding them, maybe it wouldn't disturb the soil.
Yeah, if
Yeah, that
it's
would be
small, I mean,
keep
the,
soil stabilized, so pull them, as opposed to pulling them all out.
well, I mean, if they're that small, as I say, I'm good with the straw netting. I mean, that's,
All right.
not a big deal,
I think that's,
Yeah, I think that's
the way to go.
appropriate.
yeah, I think so.
All right, do you want to close the hearing and vote on it?
We'll close the hearing and then the orders of conditions.
Yeah, I don't believe, or the determination of applicability. But yeah, I don't think there's anyone else on Zoom or there's no one in the audience to talk about this. So yeah, I think we're all set to close the hearing.
Did you have any comments, David?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, so there's no more comments. I'll take a motion to close the hearing.
Valstone, I make a motion to close the public hearing for 35 Leland Road.
Paul Khalil, second.
Roll call?
Paul Khalil, aye.
Adam Zucker, aye.
Oh,
Tim Wilson, aye.
sorry. I said Leland Street.
Oh.
I said Leland Street.
Oh, okay.
Leland
Let's,
Road. Thank you, Donna.
Make another motion then.
Valstone, I make a motion to close the public hearing for 35 Leland Road.
Paul Khalil, second.
Roll call?
Paul Khalil, aye.
Adam Zucker, aye.
Jim Wilson, aye.
Valstone, aye.
Dave Turri, aye.
Okay. All right, now in motion for the orders of condition?
So that would be -3, work within the buffer zone. And then we just had the one condition for the straw netting for erosion control.
Adam Zucker moves, we make a -3 determination on 35 Leland Road with the special condition of the straw
Netting.
No.
netting over the stumps that are to be ground.
Paul Khalil, second.
All in favor? Well, I'm sorry, roll call.
Paul Khalil, aye.
Adam Zucker, aye.
Jim Wilson, aye.
Valstone, aye.
Mr. Chairman, I vote aye. Dave Turri.
Okay. All right,
All right, thanks,
well,
Mark.
good luck.
All right, so I'm good to go?
Good to go. Just the orders that we talked about.
Yeah, we'll
Just,
have
straw netting, grinding stumps, and
Now you can put in solar.
no, don't
I
do
have
that.
solar.
Do you?
We'll be in touch with the permit form. We can mail it out to you, or you can pick it up, whatever's easiest.
Okay, I was hoping to have this done in like the next 2 weeks, so is that possible? Yeah?
Yeah, I mean,
You
yeah,
can pick it up.
yep.
Okay, perfect.
All right, thanks. Have a good night.
All right, thank you.
all right, have a good night. All right, so the next is emergency certification, 364 Main Street.
Yes. So back on November 10th, I issued an emergency certification at 364 Main Street after there was a fuel oil spill there. So I got a call from Riverhawk Environmental who stated that a truck that was delivering goods to, it's actually Camshire at 364 Main Street, hit a fence when they were backing up and released about approximately 50 gallons of fuel oil, of diesel fuel oil. And that spilled into the parking lot and started flowing downhill kind of towards the wetlands. It seems that they were able to contain it before it actually hit the wetlands, thankfully. So I issued the emergency cert that day. They went in the next day, the 11th, and removed about 30 yards of impacted soil from the parking lot there. It was a earthen parking lot. There was no pavement. So yeah, they removed about 30 yards of impacted soil. And that was immediately removed from the site. And then as far as they backfilled with clean soil. And now kind of just waiting on them to hear what their next step is as far as what DEP is requiring, as far as like if they need to do confirmatory testing to make sure they got all the material, things like that. So the conditions of the emergency cert that I included were the main one was that they would need to file an after the fact notice of intent. I gave them about 60 days to do that because it's a hazardous material remediation project. The emergency certification is good for 90 days. So the after the fact will cover what they've done so far and what they need to do after that 90 days is up. And I did include some pictures there. So when I went on site, they had put down a bunch of absorbent material to kind of soak up as much as they could. It was raining, so that's why they didn't remove the soil that day. They made the judgment call, and DP backed them up on it that they were going to wait till it stopped raining, and I think that's a smart move, especially since things aren't paved there.
Surprised the fire department wasn't involved in this. Normally they are.
So they
Initially responded.
I don't know. I think they went ahead and just called Riverhawk Environmental, which is and then they had Clean Harbors there with the vac truck. So I think because of the nature of the
No, I get it. They were trying
industry,
to plug the
they
leak.
kind of knew what to do. So
Sure.
they just went and called Clean Harbors to get a vac truck out there. Versus someone else. Actually, I think they had a lot of these absorbents in the building, and so they deployed that even before the environmental response team showed up. So yeah, unfortunate incident. Definitely didn't look great out there.
Especially in the rain.
Yeah, especially in the rain. But thankfully, they were able to respond really quick. So actually, you can see the fence in the back of that parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
There's a stream, Mill River, right on the other side of that. So that's why you can see the absorbed material. They put that really heavy down there. So any rain that continued to wash the diesel fuel down there would hopefully absorb that. I would expect that DEP would want them to do some sort of confirmatory testing, especially since you have environmental sensitive environmental receptors right there with Mill River in the wetlands. But we'll probably see something with that soon because it's been 30 days now. So yeah, unfortunately, that's unfortunately not a uncommon thing to have happen. The big trucks, their fuel tank or fuel oil tanks are right underneath. So that's the fence and post that they hit that caused the leak there.
No, it happens. I just understand it to be that in a situation, protocol dictates that the fire department be notified. But again, having gone one step beyond, they're remediating it. That's basically what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Fire department is involved in all chemical spills. But as far as right now, currently, it's under control. Clearly, they've scraped what they could, and they've clearly plugged the leak on the tanker. So what's the next phase? Just waiting to hear from DEP, rather?
Yeah, so right now the commission would need to ratify and make a vote to ratify on the emergency certification, potentially add any conditions if they wanted to at this time. But I think with the requirement to include the after the fact notice of intent, that permit application will kind of capture everything that's happened so far and give the commission a chance to make any requirements that they want to see in the future. Like, the commission could potentially require their own testing if Mass DEP waste site cleanup doesn't. So I think that kind of covers the commission as far as wanting things in the future that you all might want to see take place.
My question is, what did they do with the soil?
It's off-site.
Yeah, they would have had to take it to a special landfill.
Incinerate it. They actually burn it.
Or incinerate it, yeah. So.
Diesel's such a dirty fuel.
I know. I had
You'd be surprised how much burning dirt costs.
I bet.
Right? I mean, you'd hate to see them have to press for a 21E. You start having to drill core samples, but with a minimal gallonage as far as 30 gallons, and they quick response. I think the amount of saturation would have been minimal, I'm hoping.
I mean, 30 yards that's a good amount of material they had to take out of there. So the rain definitely didn't help them. It definitely push it farther into the ground. And
you said the loss as far as the fuel was approximately 30 to 50 gallons.
50 gallons.
50 gallon tank, yeah.
So that's a good amount.
Mm.
Yeah, the smell was pretty overwhelming. I parked actually close to the street there, and even from the street, the smell was really strong.
Sure. Being raining diluted it and just amplifies it.
So what motion do we need?
So, if the commission is satisfied with the conditions that I included, it would just be a vote to ratify the emergency cert that was issued November 10th, 2025.
Adam Zucker moves that we ratify the emergency certification issued by Agent Nover on November 10th for the property at 364 Main Street, Norfolk.
Paul Khalil, second.
Okay, roll call.
Paul Khalil, aye.
Adam Zucker, aye.
Jim Wilson, aye.
Also an aye.
That man's
Dave Curry, aye.
That man's trying to take my job.
All right. Minutes for approval. Anyone have anything they'd like to add? Any issues with the minutes? Okay.
Just
So if
approve
there's
the
no
minutes.
issues with the minutes, then what we could do is just need a vote, make a motion to vote the minutes.
Also, and I make a motion to approve the minutes for November 5th, 2025.
Paul Khalil, second.
Roll call vote.
Paul Khalil, aye.
Adam Zucker, aye.
Jim Wilson, aye.
Also an aye.
Dave Curry, aye.
Okay. I noticed no Liche report today.
Yeah, disappointed.
All right.
I would like to read out loud the City Mills Pond year-end report.
Carry on.
Okay? Not really.
Table
Dare
that.
you. Double dog, dare you.
City Mills Pond and Highland Lake.
Yeah, we
Do
just
you have
got
any
the
major,
no, just a staff's report from this year's invasives treatment. So that went off according to plan. I think there's still 3 years left on those 5-year plans.
so the big thing in the last couple of years, we kind of upgraded our treatment of the water bodies to what a lot of local towns do in the area, which is hire a company and they treat all the properties as opposed to waiting till one gets really bad and then we vote to clean it. And then the next one gets really bad and we vote on just that one to clean it. So now taking a proactive approach to maintaining them so that we don't end up with, because every time you have these large growths, you kill them off and then you end up with a bunch of organic matter in the bottom of the lake. So by maintaining them, it reduces that potential.
Sediment, 100%, that's right.
Yeah.
Clearly, and it cost effective, it's cheaper to maintain it than to eradicate it.
100%. So that
You know,
was-
especially including Highland Lake, it was, you know, almost completely overtaken.
Yeah. So yeah, like with Comey's Pond, where we had to put in the aeration system.
Yeah, I went by, matter of fact, just today, looks good, working. And, you know, you're aware of it by running it through the winter, that will keep that little patch of ice from freezing around that area. That'll always be. That's the only thing as well, you may have to give that some thought. If kids go out there to walk around it, it's gonna thin that ice.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I guess maybe
I'd
I
be
can look
afraid
into
somebody
just putting
falling
up
in, something along
put
that
up a
lines.
sign.
Kids, you know, they get too close because it can actually undermine the ice quite a distance beyond what shows on the surface.
Yeah.
I mean, we used to use them in the marina to keep the ice away from the boats, and they work great for that. But, yeah, might be something to give some
Yeah.
thought to seasonably, maybe turn it on and off.
Yeah, maybe we could put like a posting together to get out there. That's a good thought. Thanks, Paul.
No. The only other thing, too, I'd
I
like
think
to...
I have seen kids out there in the winter, so
Yeah, no, I'm sure. All lakes, you know, when they're frozen over, especially I've seen ice fishing as well. And if they get, as I say, too close to it, you cannot see how far it's undermined underneath.
Right.
May look good 4 feet away, but it may be only 2 inches thick. It's not enough to sustain the weight of a, human being, so. The only other thing I wanted to make mention in regards to Highland Lake, the, yearly maintenance that has been done has got a great hold of it, and we don't want to roll back, so that's a great thing. The only thing, instead of emphasizing on the water chestnuts, I noticed the milfoil is extremely bad over there, and they were supposedly treating it last season, so need to see if they can emphasize that with this upcoming season.
yeah, and maybe this. I know there is money in the budget for kind of messaging. Maybe we can look to do messaging because that's a good. Now that there's milfoil and significantly, there's a high chance that could spread to other water bodies, and
Invasive
so
weed,
far
surely.
water chestnut has kind of been our main culprit here in town, and that's not as mobile, but milfoil definitely is. So yeah,
Well,
that's
those are
something
the
that
two they're focusing on in the report, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, the actual water chestnut is minimal, and I'm glad to see the way that actually gets transported. With the spurs from the seeds can actually, geese, ducks, swans, or even perhaps sometimes somebody launching a canoe doesn't clean their ropes, might be a little, and that's all it takes. That very invasive, as you know, water chestnut. And the milfoil, actually, Caitlin, I'm sure you're aware of it, that's due to the amount of sediment on the bottom because of, to your point, Jim, when they spray it, dies off, sinks to the bottom. Other than becoming a gas, which is not pleasant. Anybody who drove, Route 3, we always used to say, geez, halfway down, and I won't, Marshfield, so,
Near exit 12.
yes, you could smell it, you knew where you were, truly.
Yeah.
But, due to the amount of dead foliage, and even the leaves, but for the most part, that's right, milfoil is a big one now, so maybe they'll change up. And I know they were saying they sprayed because they used to access the lake through my property, and I speak to them at that time. But they were saying they were using one herbicide that actually did both versus one specifically for the milfoil. So perhaps you can mention that to them if you speak to them.
Yeah.
James over there,
Usually they reach out.
Joe is, I guess, moved up. I got his cell, but he passed the buck to James, I believe it is.
Yeah, yep.
So, I could rattle his cage. Joe, he's a good guy. I knew him when he initially came here. I was the one that actually got him when he was working for the other company, and I don't want to drop names, but then he went out on his own and opened up his own company. And, their service, and they're prompt and efficient and professional. So, they're a good outfit.
Yeah, Joe was
Wetlands.
actually very helpful in putting together our plan for the 5 ponds that we're currently treating and putting together a budget for that. So, been a great help.
Yeah, well, he was the lead man over at Solitude. That's why he went out on his own. And he just, I'm pretty sure you're aware of it, they merged with another company now.
Yeah.
So, but, that's good. I'm glad for the young man. He's doing well.
Yeah.
So the other thing that's important that remember going forward also is that we changed some of the orders for the companies that were treating the lake. We originally would have them list what chemicals they were going to use and kind of hold them to that. Well, they'd be held to that because that was in the orders and conditions. So we've changed to the proper herbicides that are approved by the state of Massachusetts to treat whatever you need to treat in the lake.
Specific.
That's why if we approved for milfoil, and they get out there and water chestnuts are growing, then they're gonna come back to us 3 months later, the thing is gigantic, as opposed to letting them do their job of treating whatever they need to treat. And then, as they're doing their testing, if they find something else, they can treat it then too. So by giving them a broader brush and not, honing in on really specific things, it's allowed, I think we've got a much better result over the last couple of years.
Well, when they do the evaluation, they come out and they see what's actually, and, I did read the review that they sent to all, and, quite frankly, and plus my own eyes, firsthand knowledge, as they say, but the water chestnut seems to be under control, which is a good thing.
We've got to remember, those pods last 7 years.
Oh, I know. I rake them up all the time.
Yeah.
That's why it needs to be treated continually. So.
Yeah, they stick in your shoe or the dog or kid. So, yeah, I know. Anytime I see them, I throw them in the dumpster. Break them up.
So we have on here, commission to vote on new CPC member.
Yes. So I believe the last time we talked about this, no one was really ready to commit to being the CPC representative for conservation. So we wanted to see if anyone wanted to take that up.
I know better than to volunteer, but I thought I was elected by my peers. I think David gave me the how do you do before I shoved off down south. I said, huh? He said, Paul. I said, what? He said, me?
Attaboy.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
I know. Listen.
Okay, well,
It's an easy assignment because they don't meet that often.
They meet tomorrow. They meet tomorrow.
all right,
Surely.
do you
I'm
want to
glad
just
you
do
have it on your
another
calendar.
Right?
vote then, just to?
Why, you figure you're going to get one of these boys to step up? I dare you.
And you wouldn't have to. He doesn't need to.
No, I don't. I've already checked with Carol downstairs. Be sworn in again.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I held my hand up
Step ahead of
once,
us.
trust me. I've signed on the dotted line, so. Yeah, well, as I say, not even fully aware of the procedure or protocol with the CPC, being that there's no one as current. I assure you I will give it my utmost attention and do my best to keep the good conservation meeting standards. Having said that, the only other thing, how long is the term? Because, I mean, I'm going to have to be away again next season. I'm going to wait till after
25
August.
years.
What is it?
25 years.
Yeah.
To life.
Yeah.
Well, we
Listen,
had talked about me being an alternate, too.
I second it. Paul Khalil, aye.
I don't know if there,
Let's approach that when we get to it.
I don't know if there is a limit, because I know when we voted Alan previously, we didn't have to, he was on it for a while, so I think it's, you can designate a representative, and then you would be the representative until you don't want to be anymore, or we
I know David's pushing for that gold watch, 25 years. I don't know, kid. I don't know if I got that in me, but yeah. I will attend tomorrow's meeting, if that simplifies it somewhat.
So we could potentially come up with maybe 6 months at a time for CPC?
Well, what you can.
Yeah, I'll attend unless, I'm sorry?
Have an alternate,
Well,
and if only one of them goes to the meeting and votes.
I mean, I think it might just be easiest just to vote you in now, and then, next season we can kind of check with the CPC chair and see what their suggestion is as far as like alternates. I think
the way I understood it, when I did attend the one meeting prior to me leaving, I did speak to Cindy, and the way I understood it was if indeed I was unable to for some reason, David being chair could step in my shoes and fill them quite adequately, if need be.
so. Then it doesn't seem like we need to even if.
No, but I want to elect him for something.
Well, we got something.
I
coming
still
up
got at
after,
least one more second in me,
Hey,
I'm a lame duck.
you can push me in front of a truck when we go outside.
Nah, we need you at the helm. David's on the mend, is he?
So if
So
it sounds like we already voted. Did we already vote? I guess.
I thought we already
Yeah, we
voted. We
did.
did. So as
Okay.
far as we're concerned, we've already voted
Okay.
Paul in. So we can maybe talk a little bit about how we want to, especially we've got, the next thing we need to talk about is the Open Space Committee. So that would be the next thing.
Yeah.
So we might alternate some of these things at some point, but we can talk about that
In the
in the
meetings.
short term, as far as, if your time on the committee, so the extra.
We could also address that in our next meeting. If Paul couldn't make it, maybe we could vote for an alternative to
Well,
go that
I
time.
think that's what we need, maybe clarification from, like, maybe Rich, to make sure that, or whomever, to make sure that it's okay if, we have an alternate. And who we, is it David, or is it, if Paul can't come, can we have it as Adam? I mean, no,
Yeah, I mean,
or-
I can reach out to Cindy and see, because it sounds like she said the chair could fill in for you, but maybe it would need to be the chair, not necessarily another member. So I can get some clarification on that and see if it's necessary. Sounds like it probably isn't, but it doesn't hurt to just confirm that.
because we want to be able to, if they're talking about funding the water treatment for ponds and lakes, and we really should have, like you could go in and say,
Representative,
hey, this is
surely.
what we're really looking at and why, and give them a little bit more of a, a benefit of what we're looking at and things.
Firsthand knowledge, sure.
Yeah.
Well, again, I mean, that part, I have no complaints or problems with at this point that I know of. I don't have any conflicting scheduling, but now the open space, that's a whole different kettle of fish, is it not?
So, did everybody get one of these, or did I the only one that got one?
Right.
Yeah, I did give everyone one.
Okay. So, currently, I'll just read this to make it a lot easier. Norfolk's current open space plan was completed in 2017, certified through 2022. At this time, the plan has expired. The update of the OSRP is funded with community preservation funds. The plan, once certified, will be good for 10 years as an up-to-date OSRP is a key component in setting direction, policy, priority action across a number of dimensions that support the quality of life in Norfolk. An approved plan also enables the town to access funding from the state, such as park and land grants, which is good. So that's the whole part, the background of this. So, the Open Space Steering Committee is made up of 7 members appointed by the Conservation Commission. 1 member from the Conservation, 1 member from Park and Rec, 1 Select Board member, and 4 citizens. The members will serve on the committee once the Open Space and Recreation Plan is certified. So, that's the primary thing. So,
So tonight, hopefully we would, vote for the Conservation Commission member of the committee.
Do we know how often this is going to be meeting and
The idea is to meet once a month.
for how long?
Through
25 years, we're going to get you a watch,
through the
too.
life of the plan development, which should be less than a year.
And can we Zoom from a bar? No. Can you zoom in?
Can you? I don't know. Should you? Probably not.
so the other would be,
So it would run like typical. We could even there's different ways you could do it. It could run like right after our meetings, or it could be kind of opposite. So the third Wednesday, or if that's available. That hasn't exactly been determined yet.
And isn't the Conservation Commission person the chairperson?
No, not necessarily. It could be anyone on the board.
Okay, thank you.
so Ken, just for sake of conversation, the 4 citizens, they can't be a member that's on one of these other boards or committees, commissions?
No.
I think I think the idea is to have
What's that?
I think the idea would be to
Residents.
have like citizens who don't serve on any boards.
Okay. And the only other thing would be, we'd have to pick a chairman based on
So
how we were gonna
the-
do this, so,
Representative.
of open space.
The chairman of
Yeah, the chairman, vice chairman, and,
So I think they would decide that.
okay.
Yeah, like once it's established, like they themselves would decide that.
It'd be good to get that kicked off no later than February.
Yeah, when I last spoke with Beta earlier this week, they almost have the draft survey or the survey prepared to send over to us for a review. We're going to be having our kickoff meeting soon, and
Would you be able to record that meeting?
the kickoff meeting. Yeah, I think
Because I would think
yeah.
it'd be important for, because we won't have picked our members yet, it'd be important for the members who are going to be on the committee to be able to see that, or maybe anybody that's thinking about joining would want to see that first. So we could at least,
Yeah, I can. I can see that it be recorded.
Yeah. So is this going to end up being a separate section in the town meeting agenda? So OSRP will have an agenda with the members and their agenda. And who's doing the minutes on these?
We haven't 100% figured that out, but I think the idea that I would be doing that.
What's that?
That I would be doing the minutes, or maybe Beta in my place if I, wasn't able to attend a meeting.
All right. So they're going to take a large chunk of that type of stuff, running the meeting?
Not necessarily running the meeting, but
Okay. Taking care of the minutes and notes and,
no, I think that would be done in house. But if I couldn't do it or Elaine couldn't do it for whatever reason, they could do that.
okay.
But I don't. Yeah.
Will still be recorded so that,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, it'll function.
I know.
They're subject to the open meeting law, so it'll
Oh, okay.
function like our board does.
Okay.
Okay, so it
right.
looks like,
Anybody in the audience have any questions?
I'll draw your attention to the screen up top. Back in June 11th is when we voted for CPC.
Oh, thanks for confirming that.
Oh, yeah.
Paul Colell agreed to be the
There it is.
CPC representative.
Adam Sucker will attend meetings in
Paul's absence.
Paul's absence.
There you go.
Look at that.
I dropped the ball on that, didn't I?
Snooze, you lose.
You second that, Paul?
I will. I surely will.
I don't think they met that many times, did they?
Well, they had to for November town meeting.
Oh, okay.
If I remember correctly, I think that's what we did, but then we weren't sure that Adam could actually go. Because it was us saying he would be an alternate, but we weren't sure we could actually legally have an alternate. So,
Yeah. Yeah,
Anyway.
I'll confirm with the CBC
Chair, are you
chair.
taking questions?
So,
Jim?
and
Jim,
just
are you,
FYI.
I'm thinking.
You
Are
taking
you taking
questions?
questions?
Oh, sure.
Donna Jones, North Street. People have said on either Facebook or in-person conversation, what's that bubbling at Comey's Pond? And then I tell them it's aeration to bring it back to being healthy, and it was our CPC money doing that. Oh, wow, that's really cool. One person recently said, did they clean up everything that fell through the ice? Like the hockey nets and the chairs? People would have their stuff on the ice in the winter, and then the ice would thaw and a lawn chair would fall in, or the goalie net. Does anybody know?
No,
One person
we
said-
haven't.
No.
One person said it's only X number of feet, like 4 feet deep.
Oh, you need
We're
to
gonna have
rake,
Adam try it.
Yeah.
rake in a boat.
I got a hip waders that'll fit you.
I guess nobody's seen the stuff.
No, I
While they're
haven't
working in
seen it. No. So.
I remember stuff on there and disappearing. I think there was a grocery cart too, along with the chair and the hockey nets. But we'll have to maybe work with DPW on how we can pick some of that debris
Well,
out of there.
I don't know, this might be out of their scope, but I know Water and Wetlands will be there to remove hand remove the cattails in the spring.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we can have a conversation with them, like if you see something that's easily accessible, if you want to just haul it out, and then we can see if maybe DPW will take it away.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll note that. Thanks, Donna.
Just a reminder, starting next meeting, next year, we're meeting at the first Wednesday of every month. So Our next meeting is January 7th.
Again, it's 25. Supposed to be
26.
26.
And then we're meeting on April Fool's Day?
Yep, 26.
All right,
And my birthday.
have to behave, Adam. All
August,
right,
like
so does,
yours.
anybody else have anything you want to bring up, any issues?
Oh, well, did we want to vote on the Conservation Commission representative for the Open Space Steering Committee?
So,
That's all you, brother.
so, did you want to do that? You admit, you were
As
just,
much as I would love to, I'm over capacity right now.
Why
With,
didn't I think of that? Damn.
like, I would absolutely love to. I don't have the time right now.
okay.
I'm thinking it's you.
Okay. I'll do it until we can get some more bodies in these chairs. And,
Okay.
What do you think, David?
Oh, I think Adam would do good.
Say again?
Adam would be a good guy.
Yeah. He's got my vote. Paul Khalil second?
wait, we didn't have a mo.
I think we should.
You're pretty eager to get this one chiseled and
I
granite.
just want to go home. You know, let's wrap this up.
All right,
Or I'd
somebody
OT
make a
here.
motion if we need to?
I gotta
Or-
be back here
Or
tomorrow.
do I have to plead?
You
We
may
don't hear you.
ask him if he's got to hold his hand up again. You know, he looks like the, shifty
Well, if it's
type,
something
those
you'd like
close
to do-
eyes,
Yeah.
Is it something you
have
like to
to-
do, or something you want to think about?
No, I can commit.
Okay.
I
You
mean,
want to,
I'm like Paul, I just want to go home.
If it gets us there,
all right. So, someone needs to make a motion to nominate Adam
I nominate me.
for the Open Space and Recreation Plan Steering Committee as the Conservation Commission member, representative.
It's an awful lot, but I'll do my best. I nominate Adam for the, Open Space Conservation Committee Representative. Will that do?
Mhm.
There you go.
You need a second?
Also, I second.
Roll call?
Paul Khalil, aye.
Adam Zucker, aye.
Jim Wilson, aye.
Also, I.
Dave Turry, aye.
All right, it passes. Congratulations.
Attaboy.
All right, and that's it. So I need a motion to close the meeting?
Paul Khalil, motion this meeting to be closed.
Adam Zucker, second.
I second it.
Roll call?
Paul Khalil, aye.
Adam Zucker, aye.
Jim Wilson, aye.
Also, I.
Dave Turry, nay.
All right,
There's always one.
The ayes have it.
all right.